Remember guys, never forget, dicks out. Dicks out for Harambe. Look at the kitty. Look at the kitty. So what's up guys? We're going to go do a walk around of the motorcycle. The Supermoto. But first, let's get that intro going. Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy MotardSteve bringing you another video, and today we're going to talk about this lovely thing. I've almost owned this thing a year guys, almost a year. In about 2 months it will be a year. We've put almost, by the time I own it a year, I guarantee it's going to have 7,000 miles on it, which is pretty on par with my DR650. In a year I put about somewhere between I think 7,000 to 10,000 miles on it. And even though I've had this thing for less than a year, it's actually gotten a lot and changed on it. So that's what I wanted to kind of go over, because a lot of people do ask me, like, hey, where'd you get your handguards? What handguards are those? What exhaust is that? I don't mean to make you guys sound annoying. I'm just saying, typical people, they're like, hey, what is that? What is that? So that's what I wanted to go over with you guys. So we're going to just kind of start from the front and work our way back. So first thing I recommend you do if you get a 701 is crash protection is key, because one, they're really expensive. So let's go over my crash protection stuff real quick. First things first, get rid of the stock handguards. You want to know why you should get rid of the stock handguards? Watch this clip right here. Whew. This again broke off. Yeah, as you can see, that's why, guys, because my brake lever snapped like a potato stick. You know, those greasy, nasty things. But yeah, definitely get handguards. These are the Enduro Engineering debris deflector handguards, I believe. The cool thing about them is if you get them, you're going to actually get them for neck-in bars, which are the fat bars that the 701 comes standard with. So it fits right up. You don't got to worry about fitment. Fits right up. Highly recommend them. I haven't really seriously crash tested them, but I have dumped the bike over and they've never shifted, anything like that. I have whacked a couple trees with them, and they're great, man. They're great. Highly recommend them. They're definitely better than the stock ones. Second thing, Flatland BashPlate. You do not want your fancy 701 motor with a big old hole smashed in the bottom of it. So this is the Flatland BashPlate. There is another plate that is pretty much a carbon copy of it. The only difference I could see is instead of slots, it's like circles, and that is the Slavens Racing BashPlate, but they're pretty much shaped the same. It's just the little perforations you see are a little bit different. I think they're more circular than like little, like what would you call that? Slashes, I guess. That's what I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call it slashes. Then we got the case savers here. Shout out to TrailJammer's Designs. Links to all this stuff I'm mentioning, by the way, will be in the description if you want to go check it out. But TrailJammer Designs, guys, it's a one-guy operation, I believe, and the guy is just on a ball, dude. He makes case savers for almost anything, man. And I'm sure if there's case savers you want made for your bike, I'm pretty sure he could find a donor engine case and custom, like, hammer out, make a jig, and make them for you, man. Highly recommend these, dude. They look brilliant, dude. They really tie in the bike, because now you don't have that big brown engine there. You got that nice black there. It ties in with the rest of the black and white on the bike. It's awesome, dude. And as far as crash protection, that's about it. Then we got, you know, my ProTaper pillow top grips. Those are pretty much new. They feel a little thick, but they're really, really comfy, man. You don't really feel any vibrations through these things at all, and I really like that, dude. For like 12, 14 bucks, whatever these are, they're awesome, dude. As you can see, it took the big stupid lollipop mirrors off, and this thing, I get asked so much about this. This is just a bar end mirror that I took off of my Honda Magna. Yeah, I believe it came off eBay. It's literally just an eBay mirror, guys, that I just slapped on there, because what had happened is when I looped my bike, either this stripped or something stripped in the big lollipop mirror, and it just would not stay adjusted right, and I just got sick of it, and I got tired of how it looked. So I slapped this thing on here, and I can see relatively well where it's at. So I don't know, and I think it looks great. A lot of people ask me about it. This is not the stock seat that the 2017s came with. I believe the 2018s and beyond all have this seat now. This seat is loads better than the stock plastic seat. You know, the one that has the big decals on it that peel off and then make your bike look super ugly. Yeah, that seat, I mean, it's all right, but this has a little bit more padding, and this is like grippy material here rather than just plastic with like little lines in it. Trust me, this seat's way better. All right, as you guys noticed, the turn signals have been taken off. I did that mainly because the 701 and 690s are infamous for having the blinker like right here, and all this hot exhaust comes up, and over time it will eventually melt a hole in your blinker, and it will either just melt off completely, or in my case it melted a big enough of a hole in the bottom to where I think it killed the bulb and it just stopped working. And I'm not about to sit here and just keep putting a bulb in my turn signal housing, you know, every month because the exhaust melts it. So I was like, you know what, let's save money, let's just take the blinkers off. I got a bad habit of leaving my blinkers on. You don't have to worry about that with hand signals. So yeah. Then we got this fender eliminator here. It's not like a fancy one that I bought. This is actually one I did myself, which if you're interested in it, I do have a video explaining how I did it that you can go check out up here in the corner. Yeah, I have a video explaining how I did this. Basically, when you get the 701, it comes with two big black pieces and like the plates all the way down here. Well, you can unbolt the second half and then chop this other one and just screw some holes and remount your plate. Never had any problems with cops stopping me like that or anything like that about, oh, your tag's too far up, oh, you can't do that. Never had any issues. Speaking of the exhaust, this is a GPR Evo Poppy race exhaust. Now, what makes it a race exhaust? No, it's not a full system, but there is 0 baffles in this. Usually you can get a baffle or a DB killer, as the Euro people call it. You can get one here, and you can get one where the link pipe meets the can. This has no baffles in it at all. So that is why it is so amazing sounding and loud. Several of assorted stickers, as you guys can see. Some of these don't even have parts on the bike. That Foxhead one's new. I really like the yellow on that. That one's awesome. Palmer Motorsports, rep that guy. Brilliant Husky dealer. Brilliant guy. CJ Designs, that's where I picked up the skid plate from. There was one of the last black anodized ones, which, I mean, even though now that it's faded purple, I like it, man. I like it rather than the silver, man. I still like it. It's awesome. The most infamous sticker, the big giant Rockstar sticker, one of the first ones I put on there. And that's because, you guys remember, you seen that video where I looped and my handguards went all to crap? Yeah, there's a big scratch right here, about maybe this big, that I sanded down real nice and then slapped this sticker over top of it. It's like it never happened, right, guys? It's like a Band-Aid. Then we got the gearing, guys. Gearing wise, we have a 15-tooth countershaft sprocket there, and the new guy, the 46-tooth rear sprocket on the back here. Love it. This is probably the biggest sprocket combo you can go with without having to buy a new chain. As you guys can see, the axle block was flipped around backwards, and I do still have some adjustment there. Don't ever run your adjusters all the way in and then mount your axle, because trust me, it's going to be disaster. From what I heard, it like wallows out your the inside of your wheel or something like that. Just don't do it, guys. I'm sure someone else can explain what exactly it does, but I've heard that it causes really bad wear problems with something to do with the wheel, and it could potentially like cause drag and damage your countershaft. So yeah, just don't do it. That's like the biggest sprocket combo I would ever put on this thing. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it on the 701 for now, and quite honestly, there's not going to be much else added to it. The only other things I probably want to add to it is maybe a new graphics kit. I want to block off the SAS and all that emissions crap that I don't need. And eventually, maybe either put a Rottweiler performance kit on it with a Power Commander 5 tuner, or put a DNA airbox lid on it with my twin air filter that I have in there. I do have a twin air filter, and I'm not rocking the paper filter anymore. And then, you know, just jet it with a Power Commander. But other than that, guys, that is it for this bike. If you guys have any questions, if you have any comments, if for some reason the links that I drop in the description below for all these parts, if they don't work, maybe I can find you an alternate link. Just comment down below any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that that you have, and I'll be sure to answer you guys ASAP, as long as YouTube actually handles notifying me like it should, which lately it's been doing its job somewhat, so we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to smack the like button. If you're new, subscribe, click the bell icon. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of MotardSteve.